Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm building a quite expensive house. So I decided that I would do the opposite of the usual challenge to do houses that cost the least amount of money that you can feasibly do, and do the most amount of money that I can think about. And uh, at first I thought about, well, maybe I could bring it to 1 million, but I wasn't actually able to do that. So this house will end up costing 600,000 simoleons, which I think is quite a feat, especially considering that this is only a 40 by 30 lot, so it's not a 50 by 50 lot. Of course, when you have a bigger lot, you can also place more objects down and increase the size of the build without it looking weird. So you will be able to have yeah have a, a more expensive house even. But I decided to build there because that was a free lot in my in my save file for my build challenges, and so I used that. And as you can see, I've already done quite a lot of the outside of the build. At the moment, I'm roofing it, so I'm just putting a gabled roof down on the main part of the house, and I also put in a dormer. Now I'm just making a pretty pattern on the balcony for the second floor. And as you can see, I've put in a pool and a gazebo with quite a lot of seating in the gazebo. So you on this lot you will never ever have to search for anything to sit on. So I will also put down seating on the patio in the back and the balcony on the second floor. So there's quite a lot of seating, and of course also in the other parts of the build, so inside there's a lot of seating. And at the moment I'm in the master bedroom, which is on the first floor, so I cut out most of the floor plan making, and I decided to put the master bedroom on the ground floor with the master bath, and next to it is the study for the parents, and they have like the most expensive desks for them, because otherwise I would never have been able to get to that amount of money. And I've just put down 2 desks facing each other, and I also put down 4 bookcases. And at the moment you can see the kitchen that I built, and I decided on those counters, and I made the kitchen really really big. And now you can see that I also already put in a dining table, and the first bathroom, oh wait, not the first bathroom, the first bathroom I did was the master bath, but the bathroom for the guests, so a half bath where they can go when they visit, and they don't have to go through the master bedroom or even upstairs, but they have a dedicated bathroom almost. And now I'm building the music portion. It's not really a room, because, well, it doesn't have a dedicated room for it, but it's an extension of the dining room and kitchen, as well as behind that will be the games portion. So there's a cards table as well as a chess table, and then next to it will be the living room with a fireplace and TV. And at the moment I'm not really deciding on the look of the build, more on the spacing. So how many couches and are there, and how do I fit them? So that's what I did now. And I was happy with how it turned out, so I moved on to the second floor. And as you can see, I've already done the floor plan. So I cut that out for, so that the build isn't as long, or the video isn't as long. The build took me quite a long time. I think in total I spent 7.5 hours on this build. So yeah, that's why I need to cut it down, because even with a speed build, it would have been an hour long or something, or even more. So yeah, that wouldn't have been all that great. So I cut down the minutes with some, I just left out some of the bathrooms and the floor plan, and few things that I thought weren't quite as important. And now I'm just spacing out the children's room with a teen's room, kids room, and a child's room. So I imagine them to be like this room for the youngest child, which is a toddler or a really young child, and then the room right next in the corner is the middle child, and then there's a teenager in the room over. Yeah, and I also wanted to put a skill building room almost. It's the landing is almost all skill building, and I decided to put that there. And there, the dormer I decided to use as an attic, so there's a lot of other items there, just used as such. So there's this desk that I never use anywhere else, and a shelf, and the woodworking table, and just things to put upstairs because they don't fit anywhere else. And now I'm outside, and I'm doing the grill with kitchen counters around it, so it's like really luxurious looking. And I wanted to put a kids toy item outside, but the pirates ship didn't fit, so I put in the monkey bars, and then I put some more lounge chairs down, just so everyone can lounge, because in the house there's at least 5 people living there, with the 3 children and parents. And I also put in a guest bedroom, so there could be even more people there. So that's why I decided to put down 6 lounge chairs. Now I'm in the master bath, and I decided on a dark brown color scheme, which matched the counters that I used. So I always use those kitchen counters or bathroom counters. In this instance, I just used different swatches of it sometimes. So with this bathroom, I decided on a little bit of a darker color scheme, and at the moment I'm just placing some clutter down, and also bathrobes for the parents, and a hamper. Now I'm upstairs in the guest bedroom, so I put that next to the skill building, landing, and next to it is also the gym, as you can see just in the corner sometimes when I'm moving around in this bedroom. And I actually didn't record the gym that I built, sadly. I don't know why, I just forgot to press record, so I couldn't show you any of the portion. But you can see the gym that I built just now. So I put down the play mat, flooring, and a treadmill and other sports equipment. And now I'm just finishing up the guest bedroom with some curtains. And I'm just moving everything so it fits again. And then I'm moving on to the teen bedroom, and I put down the curtain there. But then I noticed that I needed some wallpaper everywhere, so I took care of that before I went into any of the bedrooms because sometimes I really like it when I have the wallpaper before I furnish everything, because it just helps me sometimes to visualize it better, how everything looks. Some other times I do it the other way around, but in this instance I did the wallpaper first. And now I'm just going through the bathrooms and changing some of the swatches, and I moved on to the study area where I put down some paintings as well, I think. Oh, well, maybe not yet. I first put down a rug and then I decorated it. And at first I wanted to put that standing lamp there just to fill up the space before the desks a little bit. But then I decided that I could also just extend the tables a little bit. So I put down some of those one of those side tables in the same color. I was really happy that the swatch was the same, and I put that down and then I just cluttered the desks up. Honestly, I couldn't work on a desk that was that as cluttered as the one that you saw in that study space. I like to keep it a little bit more clean than that. But I think in the build that you are trying to make as expensive as possible, you need to use the clutter items because, well, they give you a little bit more, money that you have spent on the build. And now I'm in the kitchen and I put down a tea and a coffee maker as well as a microwave. If you have a lot of money, I think you have an appliance for every instance. So you have a tea maker and a coffee maker. And I imagine that the kids don't drink coffee, maybe the teenager, but not the younger two. So they need something warm to drink as well. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, as you can see, I'm also looking at the swatches, but I was quite happy with the first swatch, so I didn't change it. And now I'm in the dining room, even though it's not really a room, and choosing a rug for it. And then I also put down a rug in front of after the front door. So when you come in, you can, rub the dirt on the rug instead of the floor. So, I don't know. I think a welcoming mat is something that is actually quite common, so I don't think I need to explain to you what I did there. And now I'm just putting down more of the rugs and then also changing the swatches of the chairs to match the wood of the chess table. So the chess table, the wood is quite orange. So I decided that with the rug that I chose, which is also orange and blue in the music theme room, I decided that it would also fit to extend the color scheme into the play and living room. So I made everything this blue and orange color, and the wood of the chess table fit well with that. So that's what I did there. So that side is all blue and orange, except for the fireplace, which is actually green. I'm sure you can see that later. And now I'm upstairs and I'm putting in a bookshelf as well. And as you can see, I've already put down a dollhouse and something to sit on for the kids and parents to read. And all of the other items. Now I'm in the kids' room and I'm just decorating it with toys and put down every toy item that I can find, I think, just to have it. I think it's quite cool to have like everything as a child, but at the same time you have so much stuff that you need to care for. But not really. As a child, probably the parent is responsible for cleaning up after you. But still, as an adult you need to clean up after yourself and care for your items. So sometimes I think having more stuff isn't quite as fun as you think sometimes. Now I'm in the child's bedroom and the teen's bedroom, and I'm exchanging the beds, changing the swatch of it. And I decided that that room would be that turquoise color, and the teen's room would be green. So I have a color for every room. The toddler bedroom is the dark blue and orange, and the child's bedroom, or the middle child's bedroom, is turquoise, and the teen's bedroom is green. Now I'm putting down paintings just to have the build be more expensive. And then I moved on to the parents' bedroom, which I made red and black. And as you can see, I also cut out most of those build parts. So I cut out the teens and the child's bedroom, how I made it, just because it would have taken so long to get there. So yeah, the video would have been an hour long or something. So yeah, I didn't want to do that. I thought about making multiple parts, but then I decided that I could just cut out some of the building that I did, and it would be fine. So yeah, I did that. Now I'm on the balcony, and I decided that the couches, the 3 swatches that I chose, they are all different swatches, but they have the same wood. So I thought that would be really cool. And I actually like all those swatches. So yeah, I just don't like to only put down the middle swatch that I use, so the green one, because it's a little bit too loud for 3 couches. So I didn't do that. And then I also decorated some of the outside, and then I moved on to the inside and went through all the paintings and put paintings everywhere that I could fit them. And then I put some plants down everywhere. So as you can see now, the living room is full of plants. So many plants actually. And yeah, then I also put down some plants on the stairs because there's space for it, and I think it looks really cool with the plants. And then I also cut out all of the lighting that I put down. So I put down lighting outside and also inside, and I cut that out because it's quite boring, I think, and I didn't want to have the video too long, so I cut that out. And then I put some more landscaping outside, and I also terrain painted the outside, so underneath the bushes. And then I also put down some sculptures, again to make the build a little bit more expensive. And I think then I'm finished with the build. Oh no, I'm not. I also put down more landscaping outside, and I also put down more clutter items, especially outside. So on the balcony I put down some clutter items, and in the parents' bedroom I also put down some more clutter items. Yeah, and now I'm outside. So I put the tea kettle down, which isn't quite all that realistic because honestly you need something to warm it up, and you can't do that outside. And yeah, now I'm scrolling through everything, and wherever I find something, I'm putting it down. Now you can see some screenshots of the build. I hope you like the build. I know that it's quite expensive to download off the gallery, but you can do so. My ID is TGGSims. I also hope that you enjoyed the video, even though it was quite long, and will consider liking and subscribing. And of course, have a great week. Bye.